Well, folks, in the past 24 hours, I've put over $100,000 into a stock, okay? And this is a stock I haven't held recently. It's a stock I used to hold a while back. But nonetheless, this company, they went through some troubles over the past year. They weren't really innovating at the pace I wanted them to innovate at. They weren't doing a lot of things I wanted them to do. So I decided to kind of, put that stock on the shelf. And I sold out of this stock, and I was kind of like, I'm going to keep track of this. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to see if things develop here because I think the core of this company is actually really good. I think the opportunity this company has is massive. And so I kind of put this over to the side for now, okay? Now, a huge news came out literally about 48 hours ago in regards to this stock. A massive announcement. And so I was like, okay, this is the type of thing, and especially with the stock trading around a 52-week low, I said, this is a thing that's going to get me back into this stock. So let me go ahead and buy the stock, okay? And so in this video, I'm going to share what that stock is, why the opportunity in the stock is massive in the short term and in the long term in regards to this stock, and why this news is so big. So I hope you guys enjoy this. As always, don't forget to subscribe. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, okay? It's absolutely free. Also, we got an options masterclass coming at the end of January. If you want to basically be notified as soon as that drops, go ahead and check out. I might have it as like the pinned comment down there. I'll definitely have it linked in the description area. Alrighty, guys. So first off, this was wild yesterday, okay? So this news comes out after hours 2 days ago, right? And so yesterday, the stock spikes up in the morning, which you would expect, right? And then it drops off a cliff throughout the trading day. Now, part of that, obviously, was the market was horrible yesterday, right? But it was still like almost shocking to me because how big this news is and how much of a game-changing thing it was that this stock literally sold off. I was like, as with many things in the stock market, like never let anything surprise you because that was literally like pretty much shocking to me, okay? And so yesterday, I bought at the open, and then I bought another huge amount of shares as the trading day went on, all right? Now, today, the stock went absolutely beast mode, which is what you would expect this stock to do literally yesterday, but, yesterday was just a messed up day, so I guess nothing acted right yesterday, okay? Now, this next slide is very, very important in regards to stock, okay? So this one here shows you the most shorted stocks in the entire stock market as a percentage of float. And guess what? This is one of those sorts of stocks. It's in this list right here. It is one of the most shorted stocks in the entire stock market right now. Which when you get a stock at 52-week lows, a stock that is max shorted, and all of a sudden get some great news, that's when you get a very volatile situation, okay? And that's when you can get a stock to go beast mode, not just over the long term, over the coming years, but really over the coming weeks and months, all right? The stock is BYND, Beyond Meat. I am back in Beyond Meat, all right? I bought $125,000 worth of shares yesterday, $65.83. I think I got some shares at 65. I got some shares at 59. And so it averaged out to 62.83. And so far, we're off to a decent start in this one, up $8,600, which isn't bad for, 24 hours work or whatever. But this is a stock I've owned in the past, as a stock I've tracked for a long time and kept an eye on. And like I said, they have some massive, massive news. This one's opportunity is kind of crazy in the short term and long term. So first off, the percentage of float shorted is 37.2%, all right? Now, that is extremely dangerous number if you're thinking about, a short squeeze situation, which is short squeeze essentially when a stock gets some exciting news all of a sudden coming behind it, right? And all of a sudden that stock starts to move up rapidly, shorts start to cover. When you cover shares as a short seller, you are buying back the shares of that stock. And so all of a sudden you get this situation where the stock just starts going up, 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 and the shorts can't cover fast enough essentially. And look at a day like today, 15% move, right? The news was yesterday, but short squeezes, that can come literally out of nowhere. You never know when a short squeeze is going to come. And the most dangerous thing with this stock, I'm going to show you at the very end of this video, and why this stock is set up in a situation where the short squeeze could be beyond epic, pun intended. So 3 months, look at this, the stock's down 35%. The 1 year for the stock's down 44%. So you're looking at a stock that is down and out, right? Horrible performance, max shorted to the hill, and man, that's just dangerous. And so the massive news that comes out yesterday, and we got a lot more to get into in this video, is 4,000 KFC stores are going to launch the plant-based fried chicken, okay, which is made by Beyond Meat. And this is a massive, massive deal, all right? This is a first big plant-based chicken launch in the United States of America in terms of a, restaurant chain. This is, like I said, this is beyond huge. The opportunities in this is, one is obviously revenue. So if you run the numbers and let's say they sell 10 of these chicken buckets per store per, week or whatever, right? Or the meals or whatever it is, right? Which, or not per week, per day, right? Which would be an extremely low number, 10. Then run numbers if they do 50 a day. Then run numbers if they do 100 a day, right? And you're going to see like the revenue opportunity is pretty darn large when you're talking about 4,000 stores and you're talking about, anywhere from 10 to maybe potentially 100, if not several hundred items sold per day from Beyond Meat, okay? That's a big opportunity, but the even bigger opportunity, in my personal opinion, with a deal like this is the branding. The branding. And in my opinion, this launch is going to be very successful. So it's very successful. So Beyond Meat's going to get crazy branding. Look at everybody's already covering this, right? That's a news outlet's already covering this. Hey, KFC's launching this, January 10th. They're doing this massive, new thing with KFC, which they've been testing this in a few markets with KFC. So KFC obviously had to have seen like the numbers are pretty darn good. And so now this is a huge branding thing. In more fast food chains are going to see the success of this and be like, hey, maybe we should do something with Beyond Meat because look at the publicity KFC gets. I mean, most KFCs I go by here in Vegas are pretty dead usually, right? And I can guarantee you KFC is going to get a good amount of customers going to KFC literally just to try this product, right? I know I'll certainly be in line. I'll be one of those people to try this product. And when you think about it like this for a moment, right? If you're into more vegan options, for fast food chains, you don't have that many options. What do fast food chains serve? Burgers? They serve, actual chicken products. Like think about, McDonald's, Burger King, all these different places, right? I mean, if you go to these, like I'm somebody that's gone more and more to the vegan diet, and I'm hoping to go fully there over the next year or so. And as I go more and more that way, I'm realizing how limited I am for food options in terms of if I want to go get some fast food, right? Because most of these places just don't have it. I went to Chipotle last night. Chipotle, CMG, they do have, a plant-based chorizo product now at their store, so that's good. But for the most part, it's not easy, right? And so when one of these launches happen, it's huge for branding and it's huge for other companies and other fast food chains to realize, oh man, if we want to increase sales, let's go ahead and do a big deal with Beyond Meat. We're going to get massive publicity from this and we'll likely get massive sales for this, okay? Now, this is, in my opinion, there's something even bigger here that's kind of going on. So with a deal like this is going to help Beyond Meat launch their chicken products in retail stores in a massive way in 22. So they kind of entered this market a little bit. They've got some chicken tender products in some of the grocery stores and things like that, but it's kind of a little more of a DL launch, I would call it. Now with this huge branding thing, now all of a sudden you get folks starting to look for more plant-based chicken items, specifically from Beyond Meat, especially if they enjoy the product at KFC, they're going to start looking on store shelves. So this will give a huge boost up to basically all Beyond Meat's chicken, any future, whether they come out with chicken nuggets or whatever it is, plant-based chicken nuggets and whatnot, right? In these stores, like that opportunity is crazy big, and because of this branding, all of a sudden you're going to have every grocery store out there starting to think, hey, we should cover this product, we should give it more visibility because it's something that the folks want, right? So this is a really, really, really darn big deal. Now, look at this here. At Taco Bell, Beyond Meat has been working to develop a never-before-seen plant-based protein in the QSR space for more than a year. Late last year, rumors began circulating that Taco Bell rejected plant-based carne asada that Beyond Meat developed as part of its partnership. However, Taco Bell confirmed to VegNation, or Veg News, I should say, not VegNation, Veg News, that its partnership with Beyond Meat was ongoing, with plans to launch the novel plant-based protein in the near future. Okay? That's really big that Taco Bell confirmed that to this news outlet here because, there were some folks that thought like the deal with potentially Taco Bell was dead. Now, when it comes to Yum Brands, they own Pizza Hut, which we've seen Beyond Meat do deals with Pizza Hut, and there's a possibility of even a plant-based pepperoni product launching with Pizza Hut. Now we see the big deal with KFC. Well, the biggest chain, the best one of the bunch for Yum Brands is Taco Bell. And so if, Beyond Meat can successfully launch a Taco Bell product, which I think there's a pretty decent high probability of that happening, that's going to be extremely, extremely bullish. And if you're anybody that cares about a vegan diet or anything like that, Taco Bell is not the best place to go for that. Almost everything in there is has either meat in it or sour cream or all types of stuff, right? And so that would be a big branding thing for Taco Bell if they could launch a product with Beyond Meat, and obviously that's a huge sales opportunity and another massive branding opportunity for Beyond Meat, right? Beyond Meat also is working with Panda Express to develop a vegan version of its orange chicken. We know how popular that product is. That's like by far and away the most popular product at Panda Express. The Beyond original orange chicken was first tested and well received at select locations in New York and Los Angeles in July of 2021. By October 2021, Panda Express expanded the test to 70 locations across 10 states, and if all goes well, the chain plans to add vegan orange chicken to its more than 2,000 locations nationwide, okay? And so this is where you see Beyond Meat doing deal after deal after deal, and this is, like I said, it's not just the revenue opportunity, it's the branding opportunity. And the plant-based chicken space is something that's going to go crazy over the coming years. We know as far as the plant-based, let's call it the traditional chopped meat market, right? That's plant-based for making burgers and things like that. We know that's kind of a battle that's been going on between Impossible and Beyond for a while. Now, as far as people that are full-on vegans, I've learned a lot about this because I actually prefer the taste of a lot of Impossible products over Beyond Meat. But what I've learned is a lot of folks, say that Impossible is kind of cheating and they're not nearly as healthy of a company, nonetheless, that Beyond Meat is, as far as what the ingredients and what Impossible is using in their foods and things like that, okay? So, if we look at this is the biggest deal of this bunch, right? And then we're going to get into something crazy. And while all these chains have huge partners, Beyond Meat's biggest account is McDonald's. The vegan brand is currently working with the international fast food giant under a 3-year partnership to develop the McPlant platform, which could result in a market-specific launches of various plant-based items such as chicken, bacon, and breakfast sandwiches. Thus far, the partnership has resulted in the launch of the McPlant, a plant-based burger, which basically has been, tested in a few locations, 8 locations in the United States, and it's supposed to hit all McDonald's locations across the United Kingdom this week, okay, this week. Now, it gets no bigger than McDonald's. McDonald's is the holy grail of fast food. We all know that, right? And after McDonald's, then it would probably be Starbucks, maybe, in terms of international opportunities. It gets no bigger than McDonald's. And so with this particular deal, this is going to be something, when McPlant is launched across the United States of America, which it seems like it's just a matter of time, that's one of those things that, is going to be a game changer for Beyond Meat's revenue and profitability of this company. Never mind, I don't think McDonald's wants to brand Beyond Meat on it, so I don't think they're going to get as much of a, I guess you can say as much recognition as with these other companies, right? Because McDonald's is what McDonald's is. However, at the end of the day, if McDonald's is offering a plant-based burger item to the fact that they're the biggest in the world, there's no one bigger than McDonald's, that is going to be huge for vegan meats at the end of the day, right? And so this is just something that's just a huge branding opportunity, not just for obviously Beyond Meat, but obviously anybody that competes in the space, including Impossible as these products are launched. But the revenue opportunity is just ridiculous for Beyond Meat there, right? Now, in terms of Beyond Meat stock, so here today it's trading at $67 roughly, somewhere around there. The company is expected to lose money over the next year, but losses are expected to get less, I guess you can say. At the end of the day, I think Beyond Meat is going to be an extremely profitable business model long term. I think 23 they'll even start putting up some profitable quarters, right? But let's be honest, nobody's really into this stock for a profitability in the short term, right? If you're into profitability in the short term for a food company, like you just buy some traditional food company, right? And try to get some dividend money or something like that. Like people are in Beyond Meat because of the long-term opportunity in front of this company, right? But when I look at this stock, I think it's one of the most dangerous stocks you could possibly short in the entire stock market right now. It's max shorted. It's been down and out. It's been kicked, right? And it's got anything good news is going to help this stock out. But the most dangerous thing, if you don't take anything else away from this video, who cares about Beyond Meat? Who cares about the stock I just put $100,000 in? If you don't take anything else away from this video, take this away, okay? When companies have a ramp up and acceleration of revenue growth during the course of a year, that almost every single time makes that stock go up substantially. I don't know if I've ever seen it where a company has accelerating growth. Accelerating growth means, you did 14% next year, but now, or last year, but now it's expected to go up to 38%. So your growth rate is getting faster. I don't know if I've ever seen in the stock market where a company has acceleration of growth throughout the year, quarter and quarter and quarter and quarter, and they're beating numbers as far as acceleration. This is the important part, the acceleration of growth. Not just beating numbers, because we see companies beat numbers all the time and go down. Acceleration of growth. So, hey, I grew revenues 10% the same quarter last year. Now we're growing 25%, right? I don't think I've ever seen it where a company for a year accelerated growth and their stock did not go up in a ridiculous rate. And so this is some food for thought because you don't see this very often. It's a very unnatural thing for companies to do. Very unnatural to see a company have acceleration of growth, especially a ridiculous rate like that, acceleration from 14% to 38%. You don't see that, okay? And as a short seller, like, once again, I don't think the short sellers are the smartest folks out there, because if you know one thing, you know not to short a stock that's going to have a massive reacceleration of growth. That's just not something you ever even consider. Never mind when that stock's already at a 52-week low and is already max shorted to the hill, okay? Because literally, as the story gets better and better and the growth accelerates, you are just setting yourself up in for a epic short squeeze. I mean, absolutely epic. And the thing is, it's hard to get out of these short squeezes when it happens because things start to go up so fast. It's like, you're trying to get out any way possible. And the only hope you really have during a situation like that is the entire market crashes or just has a horrible time. So hopefully you can cover kind of on the DL as the market's going down in a substantial way. And that's literally your only hope, because if the market does even decent during that time, not even great, if the market just does decent, I mean, you're setting yourself up for absolute just to get destroyed and decimated. And so when I look at Beyond Meat, BYND, and obviously I think this stock has a huge long-term opportunity, but the short-term opportunity in the stock price over the next several weeks and next several months, I think it's pretty darn massive as well throughout 22 because of the reacceleration of growth. And like I said, I've never seen it where, a company didn't see the stock price prosper in a massive way as the growth reaccelerated in a massive way. And so I think this one's going to be a short-term money maker for me. I think it's going to be a long-term money maker for me as well. And that's why I put my money where my mouth is. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you're looking to join us in the private stock group, my private Discord chat, learn directly from me, go ahead and check out the link in the description. Might also have that as a pinned comment. Also, if you're interested in Hubert's massive options masterclass coming in at the end of January, check out the description area as well. Much love and have a great day.